Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's video I'm going to be talking about why it's beneficial every so often to take a digital detox. That's socials, that's your phone, that's your Netflix account. Take a break from it. I want to discuss why it's important and why it's helpful for your self-care. And of course, I'm always going to reference my personal experience with this, talk a little bit about why that is, and then ways that it can help you. Digital media, phones, smartphones, tablets, iPads. It's what I'm talking into right now. It's what you're watching this on right now. Okay? So this isn't a video to be like, turn it off, throw it out, you never can see it, it's not good for you. I'm not saying all that. I'm saying that it's beneficial to take a break every so often. Reconnect with yourself. Meditate, journal, do nothing, take a nap, whatever. And the reason why I want to talk about this is it's actually really top of mind for me as a content creator, as a creative in general. I like to find inspiration from what else is happening online. So what does that mean? That means I end up scrolling, I end up consuming, I end up, of course, like if I want to learn about strategies and tips, like I'm using social media to do that. I'm using some form of digital content to consume that. The problem is if I'm just like gathering opinions and tips and tricks from like several people, what I notice that does for me is it keeps me stuck. I don't end up doing anything. And then when it's actually time for me to show up and create content like this, I'm kind of like, what are my ideas? And that's just like one way that, sometimes taking a break helps me as a content creator. If you're not a content creator, you could still find it really impactful to take a break. And the reason I say that is because even when I'm not trying to think of content strategies or anything like that, just being a consumer of social media, right? It's the amount of time that I spend on it. I like to every so often just take a look at my my report every week. Actually, my phone lets me know. It's like you used your phone X amount of hours more this day, and it's like, ugh, don't remind me. And then when I look, it's like saying I'm spending like 5 hours on Instagram in a day. Okay, there are some days where I know I'm spending more time on Instagram, probably because I just posted like a story and I want to rewatch it over and over. But for the most part, like when I'm not doing that and I'm just like scrolling, for me, I've realized it is more habitual than anything because I did do a digital detox, and for me it was social media. So for me it was Instagram. Yeah, mainly Instagram because I wasn't really on TikTok like that. So it was in Instagram. Like I just came off of it, and I was off of it for like 3 months or so. So that meant that I wasn't getting up to date, or I wasn't getting updates on people's lives that I don't talk to anymore. I wasn't seeing like what is like the most trending news in socials or like in the celeb world, or what's the latest like trend in general. And then I wasn't also allowing, like I wasn't sharing my moments, like when I'd have moments with friends and stuff. And it was an adjustment to make because I felt like something's missing in my day. It felt more quiet in my day. I honestly felt myself like kind of scatterbrained, like, okay, what do I do now with my time? So I had to like learn how to fill in my time with other things. And what happened was after those like 3 months of being off of socials, or at least Instagram for me, I was so productive. I was so productive. I was like checking things off my to-do list, my bucket list that I've just had sitting there forever, because it was just only Instagram. It wasn't all social media. So it was like my Instagram usage went down, but like my YouTube usage went up a little bit. But what I was watching on YouTube was more informational, educational, like podcasts, things like that. And there was a sense of peace. There was like a peace that came over me not being updated with news all the time, whether it was on acquaintances, friends, family, celebrities. Like I knew nothing. I didn't care. I would find out if it was on TV, on the news channel, or in passing, or if my friends were talking about it. But I was out of the loop and I loved it. But yeah, I would say the best thing that came out of that was the fact that I was able to be more present, and I was able to get things done that just weren't getting done because I was like not using my time wisely. So when I say that a digital detox is needed, it's one, understanding where you're spending the most time when you are on your phone. Like, let that, don't be ashamed of your phone report. Pull it up and have it give you, and have it show you yourself, because it's like we don't realize it when we're on the phone. We're just kind of like you know what I mean? Like, you don't realize it when you're scrolling on social media, and then all of a sudden 2 hours has passed and you're like, I wanted to go to sleep early tonight. Let your phone show you yourself, your habits, your behaviors. Let it show you your activity report. See what the social media activity report looks like. Take a look into what you can do to change that by just, whether it's setting limits on the apps themselves, like time limits. That doesn't usually work with me. I literally had to disable my Instagram. Like, I just couldn't. Me having an app timer is for fun. I had to literally like deactivate my account so that I didn't use it. So figure out what works for you. Is it an app timer? Do you have to disable, or disable your account? Delete the entire app from your phone. Like, figure out what that is for you, and then from there commit to it. But the thing is if you can do a day, you can do another day, you can do another day, and then that turns to a week. And then before you know it, if you can do a week, you can do another week, and then another week. So the detox period, I'd say to get a good solid time off of it, you want to do at least like a month, maybe 2 weeks to a month. I did the extreme, which was 3 months, which was great. And then my plan was when I got back on it, I'd be like, okay, well, now that I know, I can limit my time. That didn't happen. I just got consumed again. So that's why I know that I need to do another detox coming soon, because I just know the benefits that are waiting me on the other side. But if, again, you're someone that finds yourself doom scrolling, and so, you know what's so funny is, like, when I'm actually doom scrolling, I know that I'm doom scrolling, and it's like I can't pull myself out of doom scrolling. So if you find yourself doom scrolling, which means you are on this app for hours, wasting your time doing nothing, you might need a detox. If your activity report says like 5+ hours for the day, you might need a detox. And then 3 is like, if you feel like you don't have, like, your creativity is stifled, just need like a refresh, you want to reconnect with yourself, you might need a detox, right? So we want to always do these things so that we can recharge and give back to ourselves and be a bit more present. So I talk about this more in depth in one of my blog posts, which I'll link below. But that's been my experience with digital detox, why it was a great thing for me, and why I'm going to do one again. I hope you were able to take away a little tidbit of info, or like a moment of like, oh yeah, this sounds like me, maybe I should try this. But let me know what you think in the comments, and I will talk to you guys next time.